Hey, what's good, everybody?
Hey, everybody,
This is Dwayne,
and Danielle.
the xChange, and we're back.
We're back
We are back, and we are going to be consistently back.
consistently.
There's been so much going on, but we are really happy that there has been so many people that have been hitting us up and letting us know that they have enjoyed what we've been saying and what
And
we've
wanted
been
to know
doing.
when we were coming back.
I mean, really, a lot of people. So we're pushing and we're back in it. There's been so much going on. Of course, I think the last thing that we talked about, Danielle had just finished school,
Yes.
and the diploma has come through the mail.
In the mail.
And next in March, we're going down to Florida to see her walk across the
Yeah,
stage,
yeah,
cap and gown, and all
yeah,
the honors and things like
yeah.
that. So we're really excited for Dr. Danielle. Come on, put your hands together. We don't have the crowd sound. I'll make them. The crowd sounds happy for her. There's been so much going on, even with her getting her doctorate, and also now in the process of going to the next level and next phase of what her doctorate is doing. That has taken her to a whole nother place where it's a whole nother area of networking, a whole nother area of other projects that she has. And you know what I'll do, I will digress to let her tell you more about what she's doing. Go ahead, doctor.
Well, one of the things, and I guess you may have seen it already, I've come out with two books. One is The Creative Problem Solver for Business, and the second one is The Creative Problem Solver for Gen Z, Self-Esteem and Bullying. And basically, I actually wrote the business book first
Yes.
because now in corporate America, innovation is everything. Because of globalizations, companies want to find ways to be disruptive so that they can actually make money. Because actually, at the end of the day, companies are in business to make money, and so they're looking for ways to meet their customers' needs in different ways. And so there's so much talk about innovation. And so when I was in school, one of the things that one of the techniques that I researched and learned about was divergent thinking. And so in divergent thinking, basically all it is that you have to identify the problem, brainstorm and think of ideas of ways of solving that problem, evaluating them, and then you come up with the best solution.
That's
And
a
so
whole lot of thinking.
that's a whole lot of,
That's a,
actually at one of my seminars, somebody came up to me and said, Danielle, we don't want to think that much. Okay.
but, but when you think about it, look, this can even work for our basic everyday situations that we deal with, like with us being married. I talk to a lot of, of course you talk to a lot of friends and people, and you listen to people talk, and there are a lot of problems that even couples go through with that they could use some of this technique, coming,
Absolutely.
thinking outside the box, especially if you're so used to always doing the same thing all the time and getting not a good result. So,
And the thing about is that, and in the seminar that when I teach the seminar, I explain that when we're born, we are egocentric, meaning like, how does a baby know that that toy is mine? We are innately egocentric. And then as we grow up and become adults, we become sociocentric, where what we believe and how we think is based upon who's around us, based upon our religious organizations or our sororities or any other organization that we are a part of. That's how we tend to think because of the culture. But what the creative problem solver is looking to do is to have you expand outside of that to see what is truly the best option.
she's so smart. She's so smart. I don't know why she married
But you
me.
know what
Everybody
is
says
so
that.
crazy though?
What?
I used to think this way when I remember at 5 years old thinking I would think I would have a problem, and I would think like, well, I would do A, and if A doesn't work, I'll have B, C, D.
What
I
child?
always
What child does that? I don't know one child that does that. I don't know anybody who do that. But she does it. Okay, like I learned. I mean, at her seminar that day, one thing she said that she does. where she'll write down the problem.
Right.
And what she'll do, she'll make different compartments of different ways to either solve them, what's more important, what's the importance of this, that, and that. And then what she does, she just starts taking out the
It's
things that are not,
evaluation, yeah.
take out evaluation, and then she gets to, a part where it says, okay, this is really important, maybe this is how we can solve that problem.
And what is so cool about it for kids, for Gen Z, and this really is an educational app that teachers can use as a tool to help students learn how to problem solve. Because the thing is, problem solving is one of the top skills that employers are looking for. And what better way than to teach our children when they're young how to problem solve? And something I learned from Sarah Faison, my author friend, what she said was, she said kids know how to, babies learn how to do sign language. So I'm like, if babies, I'm talking about, this baby had to be less than a year old, would know how to do sign language, that we can teach our kids how to use problem solving to their advantage to help them. I mean, how much further along would they be than we
than
were?
us?
Yes.
To where we are now?
Yes.
Well, hey, much further. Another thing I learned from this whole thing about problem solving. Some things you may need help with. Everything can't be done by yourself in some cases.
You may need to bounce something. You may need to do this process. Go through the technique with a friend or
Yes.
or a group.
And a friend who is that type of friend who'll say, you know what, girlfriend, you were wrong about that, or you was totally wrong the way you handle that.
Well, I just want to say a part of that though.
A part of that. Don't go for.
I'm
the
not going for the juggler. I'm not going for the
yeah,
juggler.
yeah.
But a part of that is with the creative problem solving is that there's really when it comes to the idea.
There's no sides.
Right, brainstorming piece. It doesn't matter. Like, there should be no judgment in what is that statement right or wrong? Just lay it all out, and then once you get to the evaluation part, then if you need to question,
it'll tell you you're wrong.
right?
Oh.
You could say, well, maybe that's I shouldn't do that because
That's good.
But
That's
it
good.
is okay, and I think a lot of times we are so afraid to be wrong or think things that we shouldn't. That's part of it is to be okay.
I also think that a lot of people may be sensitive. You never know what that situation or what we're talking about. You're talking about problem solving, and we're also talking about relationships, relationship things deal with relationship, where there has already been some hurts and pains through past relationships, and things like that may need to be processed like this, where it's no left or right. It's like, let's just write this down. Let's just talk about this.
This is what I'm feeling.
Yes.
This is what you're feeling, and then come up with that best solution.
Yes, the way I feel. And I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm like, I feel.
Right. That's what
Yes.
you say. You say,
Yes.
I feel. This is
I feel.
When this happens, I feel this way.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good thing.
All right.
Another thing I want to say concerning this, and we're not going to be on here long, but we're going to be back. That's all I want to say. Is you want to find ways to heal and mend. After you go through this process, and after you've gone through what you're going through, you're still going to have time and need time to mend and heal. Whatever may have happened in between of us going through this problem solving thing.
Because you know what, and I just told this to one of my students, is that
one of our students. Yeah,
I'm an assistant instructor, y'all.
Woo-hoo.
I just told her, I said, failure isn't a destination.
Ooh.
And so even though you're going through, it feels like, oh my God, I may have failed, I made a wrong decision in the past or whatever, but realize that's not a destination.
I feel I need to write a book right there. Failure is not a destination.
It's just a temporary feeling that, is what you're feeling at that moment.
I'm just thinking about all my failures.
Well.
No, you're supposed to go like, well.
So it's not a destination.
It is not.
And it's a place, and with the creative, once you identify that solution, that's a good place for you to start. And
That's
so, you know, I'm here for coaching if you would like that or
Was
need
that a plug? Did she just do a commercial in the midst of the exchange? How's she gonna do that? You know? Well, hey, it's all good. Listen, keep us in prayer.
And a shout out to my sister in love for making these shirts, the creative problem solving shirts.
Yes, Dion.
Dion.
My sister
yes.
Dion, my baby
yes.
sister. My
Yes.
baby sister made us creative. She creatively did this for us.
She did.
Yes, we're
She
happy.
did. Thank you.
Keep us in prayer. Those of you who do pray, and those of you who just think good thoughts. I don't want to leave anybody out. You know, Danielle is still writing. You know, she has these 2 books. I would encourage every teacher or principal that may be listening right now. They may want to check out the which one is that for the bullying?
Creative problem solving for Gen Z.
For Gen Z.
I actually have a professional development training available for teachers and staff.
Yeah, that's dealing with bullying, and you know that's a big thing right now. We need to help our children as much as possible when it comes down to the area of bullying, what's happening in schools, colleges, everywhere. So let's keep that in mind. And you might want to read it. It's on where's it
It's
found?
on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
An ebook.
It's an ebook. An ebook.
So you can take it anywhere.
Yes, it's an ebook. Also, I'm finishing up my book. It's called For the Love of Worship, something which I love to do, something I'm good at. It is one of the things I'm good at. I'm good at a lot of things.
You are.
But I'm good at worship, and I'm good at, doing what I do best. So don't forget us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are
Like
on
and share.
Like and share. Yeah, like and share. We are both on Instagram and also Facebook. So
We will be starting the exchange
Yes.
Facebook page.
So
and
this will be
social
all
media.
on that.
Yes.
And we'll do our live stuff. We can do our live stuff there too, but it'll
Yes.
also be on YouTube.
Yes.
Listen, we love all of you. Thank you for texting us. Thank you for calling us. Thank you for running up on us and be like, yo, we're not going to do another one. Well, it's here. And share. How about that? Listen, this is The Exchange. I'm Dwayne Jennings.
And I'm Danielle Jennings.
Peace.
Bye.